Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video. And this is my Texas Rangers at Arizona Diamondbacks recap. So the winning pitcher is Dane Dunning. The losing pitcher, Eduardo Rodriguez. He didn't look so good in his debut. But it's a new team, new catcher. So Dunning has a 6.00 ERA. Eduardo Rodriguez a 36.00 ERA. And in the top of the first, on the first pitch, Marcus Semien homers on a fly ball to left center field, and it's 1-0 World Series champions. And then in the second, Ketel Marte tripled on a fly ball to left, and he eventually scored, and it's 1-1. And then Andrew Knizner homered on a fly ball to right field. That was a 3-run homer, and it's 4-1 World Series champions. And then Nathaniel Lowe doubled on a ground ball to left. AJ Vukovic, to AJ Vukovic. Knapp scores, Marcus Semien scores, Wyatt Langford to third, and it's 6-2 World Series champions. That was in the top of the fourth. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Blaze Alexander tripled on a sharp fly ball to right center field, or to Sandrio Fabian, and it's 10-3 Texas Rangers. They get the win, and the Arizona Diamondbacks fall to 2-3 on this spring training. So in the first inning it was 1-1. They outscored us 3-1 in the second. No runs for either team in the third. In the fourth, they outscored us 3-1. In the fifth, they outscored us 1-0. In the fifth, they outscored us 2-0, and then no runs in the seventh, eighth, or ninth inning. 10 runs on 15 hits, no errors for your 2023 World Series champions. And for the National League champions, it was 3 runs on 8 hits, so 10-3. The Texas Rangers defeat the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte had 3 at-bats. He had 1 run, 2 hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Has a .714 average and a 1.778 OPS. So that's good. And Shapiro, he came in, he had 2 at-bats, no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts, has a .300 average and a .700 OPS. Jake McCarthy had 3 at-bats, he had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout, has a .111 average and a .222 OPS. So he struggled last year. I don't know if I want to see him on the roster this year, unless he turns this around in spring. But we have Ivan Melendez, and other, Ivan Melendez is a third baseman, but we have other right fielders like Christian Robinson that can come in for Jake McCarthy. So unless he turns it around, I don't see him on this roster. Ivan Melendez had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Has a .000 average and a .182 OPS. Pavin Smith had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .200 average and a .367 OPS. Tristan English had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .250 average and a .472 OPS. Christian Robinson, who I'm really pulling for this spring. He had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .286 average and a 1.089 OPS. So he went 1 for 1 in this game. Eugenio Suarez had 2 at-bats. He had 2 runs, 2 hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .333 average and a .833 OPS. And then Kevin Newman. He had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. has a .111 average and a .422 OPS. Geraldo Perdomo had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has no average and no OPS. Blaze Alexander, who I'm also pulling for, but it's going to be tough for him to make this roster, I think. He had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .444 average and a 1.222 OPS. Jose Herrera had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no walks, 1 strikeout. Has a .500 average and a 1.167 OPS. Adrian Del Castillo had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .333 average and a 1.500 OPS. A.J. Vukovic, left fielder, had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Has a .111 average and a .384 OPS. Patino had no at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Has a .000 average and a .500 OPS. Jorge Barosa had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .429 average and a .873 OPS. And then Tim Tawa had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Has a .500 average and a 1.000 OPS. Eduardo Rodriguez really struggled, but it was his first game as an Arizona Diamondback, so he'll get it together in spring. He will. He's going to be a 3rd in our rotation. So Eduardo Rodriguez, who gets the loss, he went 1 inning, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, and has a 36.00 ERA. Hughes went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 0.00 average. Bryce Jarvis came in and went 1 1/3, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 20.25 ERA. I got high hopes for Bryce Jarvis this year, but he didn't look good as well. And then Sturzelecki, who we acquired from the Milwaukee Brewers at the trade deadline last year, went 2 1/3, allowed no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 0.00 average. And then Miguel Castro came in and went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 4.50 ERA. So all of our pitchers, didn't look good in this game. Scott McGough went 1 inning. He allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has an 18.00 ERA. Luis Frias came in and went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 0.00 ERA. Justin Martinez went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 4.50 ERA. And then Andrew Selfrank went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 4.50 ERA. So a tough 10-3 loss to the 2023 World Series champions, the Texas Rangers. But Brandon Pfaadt will go against the Cleveland Guardians, so I'm looking forward to that. And Joey Cantanillo will be on the mound for the Cleveland Guardians. So stay tuned for my Arizona Diamondbacks at Cleveland Guardians preview, and that should be a doozy. And the Arizona Diamondbacks come in at 2-3. The Cleveland Guardians come in at 2-2. So, like I said, tough loss, 10-3 to the Texas Rangers, who are now 3-1, and the Arizona Diamondbacks at 2-3. But comment, like, subscribe, and as always, go Diamondbacks. Let's go back to 500. Let's get to 3-3 against Cleveland. Go Diamondbacks.